is brought to you in part this week by Mitsubishi Motors, perfecting the experience, and by your Emporium Capwell store.
It's 12 noon on the Pacific Coast, and making news at this hour, officials are piecing together the details on yesterday's bizarre murder and suicide that clogged traffic along Highway 101. And everyone in Washington is denying George Shultz wants out. And live in our San Francisco studios, we're going to meet a woman who heals with her hands. Her patients are shunned by many because they have AIDS. And we'll also take a look at the state of comedy in the Bay Area. Lots of laughs later on in this special edition of 2 at Noon.
Live from the Emporium Capwell in San Francisco, it's a special edition of 2 at Noon with Barbara Simpson. I'm Pat McCormick, and we're all here all this week in San Francisco with a live audience on 2 at Noon. Today, we're going to have some fun, meet some very interesting folks.
And we also hope you'll come down and join us as part of our studio audience for tomorrow and Friday's show. If you want tickets, call or visit the customer service department of the Emporium Capwell right here on Market Street. But first, we're going to go back to our studios at KTVU and Leslie Griffith with the news.
Thanks, Barbara and Pat. And good afternoon, everyone. Making news at this hour, more details about last night's murder and 2-hour standoff that triggered a 10-mile traffic jam on Highway 101. For commuters heading home from work, it was a nightmare. Traffic literally stopped. Police closed the highway after a murder suspect laid down in the middle of the road. The man had explosives tied to his body and reportedly had just swallowed something lethal. Betty Ann Bruno has the entire story from the scene.
The first man to die was former Marin County District Attorney Bill Weissich. For the last several years, Weissich had a private law practice at 55 Professional Parkway. According to police, 72-year-old Malcolm Schlett walked into Weissich's office about 4 o'clock yesterday afternoon, fired a single fatal shot into Weissich's forehead, walked out of his office, got into a yellow van, and drove off.